Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to build a pixel art of Olaf from Frozen. Hope you enjoy. So for this build you'll need pink concrete, brown concrete, orange concrete, white concrete and black concrete. So to start off you'll need to place 6 blocks of black concrete horizontally on the ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you need to do an upright diagonal. And then an additional 3 blocks on top of that. So 1, 2, 3. And then you need to do one left, one down left diagonal, and then an additional 2 blocks to the left. 1, 2. An upright diagonal, and then 1 block to the left. A down left diagonal, and then 2 blocks down from there, so it joins up. And then you can fill that in with white completely. So that is his left foot. So from there, you can go to this right hand side and do an upright diagonal and 1 to the right, and then 6 upright diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From there you can go 2 up. 1, 2. And then do an upright diagonal and an additional 3 blocks higher. So 1, 2, 3. And then an upright diagonal and 1 more to the right. A down right diagonal and another down right diagonal. And then an additional 4 blocks below this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 down left diagonals. 1, 2. And then 2 to the left of that, so it joins up diagonally like that. And then you can fill this section in with white concrete. So that's his right foot up in there. So from there, you need to find this section here and do an up left diagonal and 1 block on top of that. And then from there, do 3 up left diagonals. So 1, 2, 3. And then 1 to the left, an up left diagonal, and an additional 4 blocks to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. From there you need to go an additional 1 block up, but from this block again, go 2 blocks down. 1, 2. So from there, that's how it should look. So coming back to the top part of here, you should do an upright diagonal and an additional 2 blocks on top. 1, 2. And then you need to get your brown concrete and place 1, 2, like so, like that. And then from this top block of brown concrete, do an additional 2 blocks to the right. 1, 2. And then those 2 blocks can be, and then from here, 1, 2, 3, like that. And then 1 up, 2 more to the left, no, 2 more to the right, sorry. 1, 2. And then those 2, so from here, 1, 2, 3, like that. And then up 2. And then from that block, 1, 2, 3. From this middle block here, you need to extend an extra 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. On this row here, extend an extra 2 blocks. So 1, 2. And then from this middle bit here on top, go up by 2 more. 1, 2. So that's its right, Olaf's right arm completed. Once you've done that, you can go back down to the bottom of this line here and get your black concrete back out and do 2 down left diagonals. So 1, 2, and then go left by 1, and then do 2 more down left diagonals. 1, 2, and then go left by 2. 1, 2, do a down left diagonal, and then go left by 2. 1, 2. From there you can do a down left diagonal and go down by an additional 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now a down right diagonal, and then an additional 2 blocks down. 1, 2, and then 3 down right diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, and then go to the right, so it joins up diagonally like that. So from there, what you can actually do is go to this part here where it starts to go across, but go to the left side and do an up left diagonal and 1 more, and then go 1 block on top of that and do another up left diagonal, and 2 blocks on top of that. 1, 2, and an up right diagonal, and 1 on top of that, and then another up right diagonal. So from there, what you can do is get your brown concrete, and to the left of that block place 1 brown concrete. Then you can go 1 up, 1 to the left, 1 up, 1 to the left, 1 up. So like that. So it's, and then next go 1 to the left and then 2 up. So 1, 2, 1 to the left, 1 up, and then 1 to the left. From there you need to go 6 blocks up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from the top of this block, leave a gap of 1, go down 1, and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then go back to the top of here, place 1, 2, and then 2 on top of that. So 1, 2, and then from this top block, leave a gap of 2, 1, 2, and then place 1 block there. So that's its left hand. From there, you need to go back to this black block here and use black concrete and place an additional 2 upright diagonals. So 1, 2, like that. From there, you can go up to 1, 2, and then you can do an up left diagonal, but do an additional 10 blocks of black concrete on top of this block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So from there, what you can then do is do an upright diagonal and an additional 3 blocks on top of that. 1, 2, 3. And then an upright diagonal and another, and then an additional 2 blocks to the right of that. 1, 2. From there you can do 4 upright diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do an additional 2 blocks to the right of that. So 1, 2, and then do a down right diagonal. 1, 2, and then from there you can place a block of brown concrete to the right, and then with your brown concrete go 5 blocks up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an upright diagonal. 1 up, 1 to the right, 1 up, but then go back to this block, do 1 more to the right, and then do an upright diagonal and 1 more to the right. So once you've done that part, you can, where you've placed the brown blocks here, go 1, 2, 3, and then to the left of that brown block you can place another and 1 more, and then go down from there, place 1, and then on top of that block place an additional 2 blocks of brown. So 1, 2, and then an up left diagonal. So now where you've got this row here of brown, from this block here, extend it out by a further 1 block, and then go 1 block down. And then from this block here, go an upright diagonal, and then another upright diagonal. But this time, extend it out by an additional 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. So that part is completed. So you won't need to use the brown again for the rest of the build. From then you get your black concrete, and from this brown block at the bottom, do a down right diagonal, like that. And then another. And go down an additional 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Go to the left by 1. And go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then go to the left by 1. But then from this block here, on the right side, do a down right diagonal. And another. And now go down an additional 3 blocks from there. So 1, 2, 3. And then do a down left diagonal. And go down. And then from there, what you need to do is do 9 down left diagonals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then from there, do an additional 3 blocks to the left. 1, 2, 3. Do an up left diagonal, and then extend that block out by 1, so it meets up diagonally. So your main outline should look like this. So what you can do from there is go to your bottom of your face here, so the bottom of the big blob at the top, and get your white concrete and fill the bottommost row, the bottommost 3 rows up with white concrete. So 1, 2, 3, like that. But then on your 4th row, what you need to do is place 3 blocks of white concrete, 1, 2, 3, and then 5 blocks of black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 white, like that. And going up to your next row, what you can do is place, on your next 3 rows here, you can place 3 white concrete, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on the edges right here. So it looks like that. And then black concrete goes up here, 1, 2, 3, like that. And then, so an up left diagonal from this black block here, you go up an additional 6 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then an upright diagonal. And then you go right with that. But also go back to this block here and go an additional 5 blocks up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go left by 1. And come back down to this block here, where you extended it out, and go do 2 downright diagonals. So 1, 2. And then you can go down by 1. And then do a down right diagonal and extend it out by 1. But also come back to this block, do a down left diagonal like this, and then go down by 1. And then do 2 down right diagonals. So 1, 2, like that. And then from there, go right by 1, up by 1. But back down to this block here, do an additional 3 blocks to the right. 1, 2, 3. What? Like that. So then from there, what you'll need to do is come back to this block, do a down right diagonal, and an additional 2 blocks to the right. 1, 2. Do an upright diagonal, 1 block to the right, and then another upright diagonal, and 1 block on top, and then an up left diagonal. So from here, what you should do is, where you see this block, do an upright diagonal. And then that's the outline of the mouth done. So from there, what you need to do is get your pink concrete and fill in this bottom row here, and this row, and then this section here. So like this. But then the rest of this bit in between is filled in with white concrete. So fill it up to this bit. So far you should have something that looks a bit like this. So once you've completed that part, what you'll need to do then is come up to this bit here where we finished off and get your orange concrete. Place 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks up. And then coming back down to this block, place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks up. Coming back down, leave a gap of 1, place 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back down, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then come back down, leave a gap, 1, 2, like that. So that's his nose completed. So now we're moving on to the eyes. So what you can do from there is this block here, place 1, 2, 3. With white concrete, and then 1 to the left. From there, you can get your black concrete and 1, 2 to the left of it, and then 1 to the left, 1 up, an upright diagonal, and then place 2 blocks here like that. So that's his right eye completed. From there, where you've got the 2 blocks here, place 1, 2 up with white concrete, and then with your black concrete, 1, 2 up, and then an up left diagonal, and then 1 to the left, 2 down left diagonals, 1, 2, and then 1, 2 down, and 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3, and 1 up. And then in your bottom left corner of your eye, place 1 black. And then that eye can be filled in with white. So now the rest of his face can be filled in with white concrete, as the other details have been completed, so you don't need any other colours. So this shouldn't take too long because it's quite a fairly small build anyway. So we're just on the last little bit now. So that is this face completed. So it should look like that so far. And then once you've done that part, you can come all the way back down to the bottom of his body. So the first big circle of his body. And on the first row, fill it in with white. And then from there, the next 5 rows can be filled in with white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So up to there. From there, you can come back to the right hand side and place 4 blocks of white concrete to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3 pieces of black. No, 2 pieces of black, sorry. So 1, 2. And then the rest of that rows in with white. So coming to this black, we're actually doing the buttons now. So go 1, 2 again, but then 1 further out on either side. And then coming to this side of the button, place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black. And then your next row, leave a gap, place 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on your next row, leave a gap, place 1, 2, and then leave a gap like that. So that's your first button done. So now, you've already done this up to this much, so you can fill in the next 2 rows with white concrete. 1, 2. From there, you can come to this part here and place 3 pieces of white concrete to the left. So 1, 2, 3, and then 2 black concrete. 1, 2. The rest of that row can be filled in with white concrete then. So from there, you place 2 black concrete, but then 1 extending further on either side. And then from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then miss a gap, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Miss a gap, 1, 2, and then miss a gap. So like that. But now the rest of this build can actually be filled in with white concrete. So that shouldn't take long really, because we're almost completed filling it in anyway. So we're just filling in the last little part now. And now I have done. So it should look like that. And then in the middle part now, this is going to be a final bit. You need to fill the first 3 rows in with white concrete. So 1, 2 and 3. Now you need to come to the right hand side of the build and place 1, 2, 3 blocks of white concrete to the left, and then you need to place 2 blocks of black concrete. So 1, 2, and then the rest of the rows in with white concrete. From there you need to place 1, 2 blocks of black, and then 1 extending out on the other side, and then just place 4 blocks of black on top, and then in the centre 1, 2, like that. So then that means you can just fill the rest of that section in with white concrete, and that is actually the last part of your build. So this won't take that long. I'm on the last couple of rows now. And once you've completed that, that should be your Olaf build completed. Well, if you have enjoyed this build and this tutorial, please consider liking and subscribing and commenting what you'd like to see next. Thanks. Bye.